This is obviously elevated, so the wheels are at full suspension droop. That being said, I'm liking where the slick ends in terms of the fender fitment. You'll see in a second, there's quite a bit of clearance, and that's just because I want the actual bug fenders to line up front and rear with each other. From the stock rear fender to the front fender, I wanted those at the same height, not one drastically lower kind of thing. So how I aligned it on the front is the front of the VW Beetle original fenders have a vertical joint right here. So I snipped a little bit of the joint, welded it to where I cut off the actual Dodge Neon subframe, or real frame really. And that's how I aligned the vertical piece. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. That's why you can start to see some Sharpie marks taking place. Tacked it in on the subframe up here just to hold a little more structure. And then we come around, top of the fender, tacked in right here. This piece will be covered with sheet metal when I get this distance right, but we'll talk about that in a second, as well as sheet metal going down the line right here. The rear is a little bit closer. The front is aligned with the body where I want it, so that has to stay. And then the rear, obviously the actual fender length itself is too short. So we're gonna counteract that by pulling up on the fender right here, which will do two things. It'll pull the skinnier front fender out to match the width of the actual front portion of the fender. And then this gap will get wider, which we will fill with our own sheet metal. So as we pull it out, special thing happens with metal as it bends, and it'll form a better shape. So I'm really happy with that fitment right there. So as long as this is pulled out, you know, the 6 inches right there and covered up, it'll look good. And I'm pretty satisfied with that. So let's just do one quick check and lower the lift. That way we can check to make sure full suspension, there's nothing ultra weird. But then let's just complete this whole fender, get the other one tacked in place. All right, so back on the ground without pulling the fender, here's what full suspension or ride height compression looks like. Plenty of fitment, no matter what, for it to turn and do its thing. So we're not having any clearance issues for sure, but I do want to fix the gap on the rear where it's a lot closer than the front. And again, we will do that by pulling this fender out. That looks about even to me. So that's the plan.